How's my life? Hard times like that, bad trips like that. That's right. I'm messed up, I mean you messed up, but if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
Hey guys, so this week I've just taken a whole bunch of L's. L's 1, 2, 3, work, everything. So I just wanted to share with you to encourage you guys, for those who are taking the NCLEX, you know, my story, my experience, my would have been, could have been L, but you know, Jesus turned that into a dub. So if you're not already subscribed, yada yada yada. Anyway, so let me go ahead and make a disclaimer. Okay, in nursing school, I was not the perfect student. Okay, I did not make A's like I see a lot of people on YouTube. Oh, 75 questions, all A's, da 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 da. No, I was that nursing student who struggled for every single A, every single B, and those C's. Okay, I struggled for those. And I'm here to tell you, like, you do not have to be a perfect student to pass the NCLEX. You really don't. And don't get yourself caught up in trying to pass NCLEX in 75 questions like I was, okay? As long as you pass in 75, 85, 125, 265, it's okay. So I graduated in May, all right? And I honestly started studying for my NCLEX 2 weeks after I graduated. June 28th was when I was going to sit for my NCLEX, and then, you know, a week later, something like that, I was gonna start my job. So all the nerves was there. So if you have not already watched my other videos on how I study for the NCLEX, go ahead. It's gonna be here, yonder, somewhere. It's gonna be somewhere on here, okay? So go give that a look and then come back. My prep, when I studied for the NCLEX, I did not play any games. I found me a solo corner in the library and I put in work. So I put in a lot of work. I'm talking about, people ask how much time you should spend studying for the NCLEX, and it's totally up to the individual. For me, I completely stopped working leading up to the last couple of weeks, and I literally spent like 8 hours, like from 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. From 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I was in that thing. I was studying. I used both Hearst, NCLEX, and prioritization by La Charity. I used all those together, and then I did a whole bunch of reviewing my questions, practice questions, reviewing it, and back to back, and that's how I studied. So the 3 days leading up to exam, right, I studied, right? And 2 days leading up to the exam, I was like, all right, let me go take a look at where I'm going to be taking this test at. Put it in the GPS. I drove over there, and I was like, okay, wow, okay, looks nice, looks nice. And then I went home. So I began to brain dump, right, onto white pieces of paper. And this is how I studied for my precautions. Just wrote it out, remembered the mnemonics and all that stuff. And I also did the same for medications. And in my previous video, I showed you how to do like a brain sheet. So go check it out. But anyway, I studied that, and that's and that was it. The morning of, I tried to eat a good breakfast, but you know, I just couldn't. You know, I prayed, I relaxed, I did everything I knew how to do before I sat for the exam. So about 1 o'clock comes, and I'm like, okay, let me start getting ready to go. I pack a lunch. I pack like a sandwich, water, some peanut butter, like stuff to give me energy that won't make me too full or too sleepy. Cause you know, I tell y'all, I get hungry. So I drive up there, you know, with ample time, and I pull up, and I'm just like, whoa, ain't nobody here? Like, what's going on? Where's everybody? Like, this space should be buzzing. I step into the building, and I look around, and I'm in the wrong building. What? I was like, I already planned this out. Like, how can I be in the wrong building? I drove to the building, the correct building this time. I got up there, and they make you do like your fingerprint, take a picture, and I did a bomb twist out. So my picture was amazing. I was like, yes girl, fluff it out. Like my hair was just on point. Anyway, after you take your picture, you put your stuff in your locker, and it's really, they were just like, okay, you ready? I'm like, wait, So I go in and sit for the exam, and they give you like a white piece of paper where you can like brain dump onto it. I'm sitting there, you know, of course I prayed. I'm like, Jesus, Lord God Almighty, help your girl. in this moment of need. Like I was prayed up and ready. I sat for the exam. I was hitting 73, 74, and I was getting, you know, select all the applied, all the hard questions. I say, yes, girl, we finna be done. We finna be rocking out of here. And I already know myself. I'm a fast test taker. Like, it doesn't matter what. Like, I don't like to spend too much time, and I just keep it moving. So I was like, okay, yes, 75. Then 76 came, and I was kind of confused. I thought me and the NCLEX, we had a good thing going on. But no. All right, cool. It's like, don't panic. And then I kept getting more questions and more questions. And I was just like, all right, man. Y'all need to stop the shenanigans. I'm ready to go. And so I get to like 150 and I'm like, I'm getting flustered. I'm getting overwhelmed. Like, they're using vernaculars, like words that I've not seen before, like medical terminology that we don't use, you know. So I was too through. So I had to go take a break. I had to pee, and like I had to pee so many times, like I had to go. So I went to go pee. I had a little snack, and then I came back, and I'm still sitting for the exam. So I get to 200, and I'm like, bro, what is going on? I look around, and sure enough, I am the only person in there. Oh man, that was so discouraging. I was sitting there, and I was just like, getting frustrated at myself. I'm like, so I'm not doing well. Like, what is going on? So I get to 225 and I shut off the counter. I'm just like, you know what, whatever happens, happens. And I'm just clicking away. And at this point, it's just like sheer frustration. And I'm like, all right, well, it looks like I'm just going to sit for this exam one more time. Clicking. And then something told me to turn the clicker on. I turned the clicker on and I noticed like I'm at 250. And I remember everything that Kaplan taught me about the numbering. When you get close to 256, you're right on the border. That means you could fail by your last couple of questions or you could pass by your last couple of questions. So I was just like, oh my goodness. I took a moment. I was like, God, I need you now. Holy Spirit, like, be like, it was on some serious stuff. I was like, wow, I'm getting to the final. Like, if I fail this exam, it's because I did not focus my last 6 questions. So I calmed down and I pep talked myself. I told myself I could do this, because that's the thing you want to do. You don't want to be negative about yourself in the middle of taking the test. You know, I'm already flustered. My blood pressure's through the roof. My heart rate is, you know, pumping really fast. So I was like, okay, calm down, girl. You got this. We're going to pass this test. We're going to ship money out of here. Like, it's going to be good. So finally I get to 256 and I'm done. And I'm just like, oh. And I could just feel, you know how you take an exam and you feel so free. You're like, oh, that's done. I did not feel that way. I felt the weight of the world on my shoulder. I was just like, oh my gosh, I think I failed. So the lady was like, oh, bye, you did awesome. I know you did it. And you know how you're scared to talk because if you do, like, tears are going to be falling. That's how it felt. So, you know, carried myself. I got to my car. And at that time, I called my brother because he was the only one in close vicinity. Called my brother. And he and I were completely opposites. He is more into graphic videos, all that stuff. But I called my brother, and like I said, we're 2 different people. I call him, and I'm bawling, like booger snot just rolling. And I'm just like shaking, and I'm driving. This is the worst. And I'm just like, oh my God, I just took the test. I think I failed. And he's just like, all right, cool, calm down. Calm down. That's just the worst thing you want to tell someone who is in panic, in shock, is shook. Like, fam, that was it. And I was bawling so hard. And he was like, calm down. You're going to be fine. And I'm just like, no, you don't understand. I sat for all the questions and it was hard. I do not understand how all my friends sat for 75. They said it was easy. I got medications I've never heard of. Like, they played me. I came up, studied up, prepared up, and it was nothing like I thought it was going to be. And so I felt so defeated, man. I was just down in the dumps. And I remember not wanting to look at anything for the next 3 days, because in Texas we have the fast pass results or whatever. So I let a couple days go by. Mind you, I start work on Monday. I sat for the test on Wednesday. So I let a couple days go by, and then Sunday rolls around and I called my bestie for the resty. You know, this is my friend. We've been through nursing school together. And I was just like, I have not heard back. I don't know what's going on. Like, what do I do? So I go on to the NCLEX website, and I didn't know that there's 2 ways that you can find out if you passed. You can go to the National Council of Nursing, and you can see your license appear, or you can pay for the fast track. My dunderhead self did not even think to look on the site to see that if my name was up. I don't know, I was flustered, defeated, just upset at myself. So I went in, signed in, I put my credit card number in, and she's so sweet. She was on the phone. She goes, do you need me to hang up? I'm like, nah, fam. If I die and I pass out of just depression, then I need you to call 911. She thought I was playing. I was so serious because I didn't know what I would do. So then I log on and I'm reading. I'm like, all right, read my name, read the date, and I see pass. I'm like, okay, let me read it again. So I'm just like, okay. So I read it and she goes, oh yeah, congratulations. I'm like, no, look. Okay, read my name again, read the date, and I'm like, it says pass. She goes, yes, you passed. And I'm just like, oh God. Ah! I'm just like buck wild crazy. I'm like, I passed. I call my brother, call my sister-in-law, and I call everybody, and I'm like, y'all, I just passed. Hey, Jesus is it. We not like, you know how you are just so lit and you can't just explain it. You just cheesing from ear to ear. You got that good morning text. You got that I love you text. That's how I felt in the moment. I was just like, oh my goodness, all this hard work, all this grinding I put in, it wasn't in vain. Like, God came through on the clutch, thought that was gonna be an L. I thought I was gonna sit and redo that test again, but you know, everything just worked out splendidly. So I'm just here to give you confidence. If you are just so worried and so anxious, I just want to tell you to breathe in, breathe out, relax, okay? Because your anxiety will definitely affect how you take the test. Like, I was so anxious leading up to that exam that I literally did not eat. Like, I could not eat, I could not sleep. Like, I did my body harm, you know. So take care of yourself while you're studying. Have confidence in yourself. You can do this, and you will do this, and you will pass, okay? And you will look back on it and be like, dang, I was tripping for no reason. Okay, a little bit of reason. But now I'm making coins. Now I'm working. Now I'm doing what I had dreamed about for 2-3 years, you know, all those clinical rotations. Like, this is it. So yes, I just want to encourage you, if you have any questions, any comments, don't be shy, man. I'm here for that. I'm here for you. Go ahead and, you know, screw below, and I will see you next time. Thanks for listening. Like, yeah, I'll see you next time.